Hello everyone, and in this chess game we have Miklos Brody with the white pieces, Hungarian-Romanian chess master against the Lithuanian chess master Aleksander Macht, who was the 7 times chess champion of Lithuania, which is a record. So Macht was not just another chess master, he was a very strong chess player. And basically he was a tough nut to crack. This chess game was played in the Warsaw Olympiad from 1935. So Brody starts the game with e4, e6, and we have the French defense, developing the knights, so pinning the knight, and then we have the burn variation of the French defense, unpinning, bishop takes, knight to f3, knight to d7, bishop up, c5, c3, takes, check, and then queen takes, and finally knight takes on d4. Both players castled and the position is for about equal. But Macht played knight to c5, and this move has a drawback which gives white advantage on the spot. So this move is question mark. These were some of the candidate moves for black: e5, g6, or rook over, and this move looks annoying for white. But knight to c5 was a weak move, and Brody seizes the opportunity and he played. Did you see the move? Okay, did you see bishop takes on h7? He knocks the h-pawn off, the Greek gift sacrifice. If black doesn't accept the sacrifice, white is just a pawn up. King takes on h7, and then forking the king and the knight. So white is getting back the material, plus white is a pawn up. b6, black wants to activate his bishop. Queen to c6, attacking the rook, so developing the bishop, connecting the rooks. And then rook over, defending, and white can lift the rook up potentially. So g6, queen to c7. Playing queen to e5 and offering to exchange the queens and converting to a winning endgame as white is a pawn up. So the offer is declined. So white is a pawn up, f4, rook up, queen back, rook over, bishop back, rook up, planning to double on the open d file, king up, preparing rook to h8 and attacking the h-pawn, prophylaxis h3. And then black doubles on the h-file and white is doubling on the d-file and threatening things like moving the knight away and then rook up, and black is going to be shish kebab. So queen to f6, and black's position was very difficult. And when you have the inferior position, you can make inaccurate moves very easily. This was an inaccuracy, and white is going to punish black once again because of playing a bad move. Brody was not missing anything, so can you guess the next move for white? White is winning even more material. Okay, knight takes on e6, exclamation point, but we have king to h6. If accepting the sacrifice with the queen, then exchanging the queens and then rook up, and forking the king and the bishop, and this time white is 2 pawns up, and blacks, such as some of the isolated pawns such as the e and the a pawns, are potentially going to fall as well. So white is 2 pawns up. So this is forced resignation for black. So if pawn takes, then rook up, forking the king and the bishop, and again this is unplayable for black. White is winning very easily. White is 2 pawns up, and also white has a winning attack. So king to h6, but again white is 2 pawns up, and then this is a winning attack, knight back, threatening things like rook up, both attacking the f-pawn and also the bishop. So rook up, trying to attack from an inferior position. This is mostly doomed to failure, so attacking the pawn, but here comes the smashing move. Knight takes on f7, forking the king and the rook. So what else? And then f5. The idea with capturing the knight and sacrificing the knight was to clear the diagonal for the queen, so that white can check the king, and black is busted. Black is toast. We have g5. If king goes back, this is pinning the queen to the king, and black is losing the queen, check. And if king to h5, then g4, only move, check, check, and black is lost. White has the exchange, plus white has 2 extra pawns. So checking the king, what else? And then rook check, king up. If king goes back, again pinning the queen to the king. So king to h5, g4, a straight jab, and after this move, black resigned. Because this is the only possible continuation. Rook takes, pawn takes, check, and white has the exchange plus 2 extra pawns, and the king is going to get hunted. Black is losing by force. The king is going to get checkmated by force in just few moves. So, okay, this is why his opponent resigned, the 7 times Lithuanian chess champion. Thanks for watching, take care, and bye-bye.